Have you ever stopped for a second and wondered why so many of the apps you use every single day are completely free? Think about it. You can watch videos, search the internet, chat with friends, scroll through social media, check directions, read the news, and even store thousands of photos without paying a monthly fee for many of those services. Billions of people use these platforms every day, yet the companies behind them are worth hundreds of billions, even trillions of dollars. So here's the question. If you're not paying, who is? Because somebody always pays. Most of us naturally assume we're the customer. After all, we downloaded the app. We created the account. We use the service every day, so surely the company is making money from us. But what if that's only partly true? What if the real product isn't the app, isn't the platform, isn't even the service you're getting for free? What if the product being offered to advertisers is something much more valuable? Your attention, and the information created by how you use the service. It sounds dramatic, but once you understand how many internet businesses actually make money, you'll probably look at your phone a little differently. Let's start with a normal morning. You wake up. Before your feet even touch the floor, you grab your phone. Maybe you open Instagram. Maybe you check Facebook. Perhaps you watch a few YouTube shorts or TikTok videos. You search something on Google. You read the headlines. You reply to a message. Nothing unusual. Nothing feels expensive. Everything feels free. But while you're scrolling, another process is happening quietly in the background. The platform is learning. Not necessarily by reading your mind, not by secretly listening through your microphone, as many people assume. Instead, it learns from your behavior. Every click tells a story. Every search reveals an interest. Every video you watch until the end teaches the system something. Even the videos you skip after 2 seconds help it understand what doesn't interest you. One action by itself means almost nothing, but millions of actions over months or years create an incredibly detailed picture of your interests. Now you might be wondering, what exactly counts as my data? That's a great question. Many people think it's just their name, email address, or phone number. In reality, it's much broader. It's the products you search for, the restaurants you look up, the football team you support, the cities you visited, the videos you replay, the articles you spend 5 minutes reading instead of 10 seconds, the online stores you browse without buying anything, the music you listen to, the podcasts you finish. Even the time of day you usually use certain apps can help platforms personalize what they show you. Piece by piece, day after day, a digital profile develops. Not because one person is sitting there studying your life, but because computer systems are identifying patterns shared by millions of users. Now think about one of the biggest companies in America, Google. Billions of searches happen every day. Each search helps Google understand what information people are looking for at that exact moment. If someone searches for best mortgage rates or used SUVs near me, advertisers know that person may already be planning a major financial decision. That's incredibly valuable. Instead of showing random advertisements to everyone, businesses can show relevant ads to people already interested in their products. Now consider Meta, the company behind Facebook and Instagram. Its advertising business is built around helping businesses reach specific audiences. A local bakery can advertise to people living nearby. A clothing company can promote winter jackets to customers in colder regions. A financial services company can show retirement planning information to adults in particular age groups. The goal isn't simply showing more advertisements. The goal is showing better targeted advertisements. Because better targeting often means better results for advertisers. One important detail people often miss is how small advertising charges scale into massive profits over time. An advertiser might only pay a few cents per click or a few dollars per 1,000 views, which seems insignificant at first. But when millions of businesses are running millions of ads every day, those tiny payments compound rapidly. Each impression, each click, and each moment of attention is micro-priced. But at internet scale, microtransactions accumulate into billions of dollars. What feels like a small ad fee in isolation becomes a powerful revenue engine when multiplied across billions of users and countless interactions companies. This business model has helped some of the world's largest technology companies generate enormous advertising revenue. And it's not just American companies. In the United Kingdom, platforms, publishers, retailers, and financial businesses increasingly use customer data within legal and regulatory frameworks to better understand their audiences, improve services, and deliver more relevant marketing. Take online retailers. Suppose you visit a website looking at running shoes. You don't buy anything. The next day, you notice running shoe advertisements on another website. Many people immediately think, "My phone must be listening." In most cases, that's probably not what's happening. A much simpler explanation exists. Your browser stored information, often through cookies or similar technologies, that helped advertising systems understand you showed interest in running shoes. Advertising networks then used that information to display relevant ads across participating websites. That's called retargeting, and it's one of the most common forms of digital advertising. Now here's something even more interesting. Companies don't just want your information, they want your attention, because attention creates opportunity. Imagine two businesses. The first sells smartphones. It earns money whenever someone buys a new device. The second operates a free social media platform. It earns money every day users return, scroll, watch videos, click advertisements, and engage with content. Which business has more chances to generate revenue over time? For many digital platforms, keeping people engaged is incredibly important. The longer someone stays, the more advertisements they might see, the more opportunities businesses have to reach potential customers. That's why so much effort goes into designing engaging experiences. Infinite scrolling, recommended videos, personalized feeds, notifications, suggested content, autoplay. None of these features are accidents. They're carefully designed to encourage people to keep interacting with the platform. Some of the world's smartest software engineers, behavioral scientists, designers, and data analysts spend years improving these systems. Their job isn't simply making the app function. Their job is making the experience engaging enough that people want to come back tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Now let's connect this to finance. Public companies must report how they earn money. If you read the annual reports of companies like Alphabet, Meta, or Snap, you'll notice something interesting. Advertising represents a major source of revenue. That's not a secret. It's part of their publicly reported business model. Advertisers spend billions because reaching the right customer at the right time can dramatically improve marketing efficiency. Imagine you're a bank launching a new rewards credit card. Would you rather show your advertisement to 10 million random people or 1 million people already researching travel, hotels, airline tickets, and personal finance? Most businesses would choose the second option. Why? Because relevance matters. That's where data becomes valuable. Not because companies know everything about one individual, but because they can identify groups of people likely to be interested in certain products or services. Now here's something most of us are guilty of. Downloading a new app, seeing a permission request, and tapping accept immediately, without reading anything. We've all done it. Then come the cookie banners. Accept all. Click. Done. Terms and conditions? Hundreds of pages. Nobody reads them. Companies know that. The important question isn't whether technology is good or bad. It's whether we're using it intentionally, or whether it's quietly shaping more of our attention than we realize. Have you ever opened YouTube intending to watch one 5-minute video, only to realize 45 minutes disappeared, or checked Instagram for one notification, then somehow ended up scrolling through hundreds of posts? You're certainly not alone. Platforms compete for attention, because attention is valuable, and every extra minute creates another opportunity for engagement. That doesn't mean you're powerless. In fact, awareness changes everything. Once you understand how recommendation systems work, you begin noticing them. You recognize why certain posts appear first, why notifications arrive when they do, why advertisements feel unusually relevant. And once you notice the pattern, you gain something incredibly valuable. Choice. You can decide whether to keep scrolling, whether to close the app, whether to disable certain notifications, whether to review your privacy settings, whether to spend your time differently. Small decisions repeated every day eventually shape your digital life. Here's one final thought. Every click you make teaches an algorithm something. Every search, every purchase, every like, every share, every minute spent watching. Those tiny signals accumulate over weeks, months, and years into a surprisingly detailed picture of your interests and habits. That doesn't mean you should fear technology. It doesn't mean you should delete every app on your phone. It simply means understanding the trade. Many online services are free because advertising helps fund them. Advertising becomes more valuable when platforms can show relevant ads. Relevant ads rely in part on understanding user behavior. Once you understand that relationship, you can make more informed decisions about how you use technology. So the next time you unlock your phone, pause for just a second. Ask yourself one simple question. Am I choosing how I spend my attention? Or is someone else choosing it for me? Because your attention is one of the most valuable resources you own. Spend it wisely. If this video made you think differently about the apps you use every day and how today's biggest technology companies make money, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you enjoy videos that explain business, finance, technology, and the hidden economics behind everyday life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.